What is up, my beautiful people? So I want to remind you that if you're watching this video, it's because this is an uploaded video. I normally do live streams, a lot of lives. So if you feel that I've disappeared, I haven't. You just have to go and click on my videos. There's the uploaded option and there's the live option. Go to my lives and you'll see a lot of live videos, and I'm going to be doing a live stream this week, so pay attention. But with that said, let's talk about poop. BMs on carnivore. I know, so sexy. A lot of you guys are developing constipation. Now you're developing loose stool as well. So there's loose stool, there's constipation. And on the constipated side, a lot of the gurus will say that you are using up all the protein. So it's good that you're not having a bowel movement. Let me tell you right now, this is toxic. Not only this concept, but to even tell anybody is very toxic. You extract protein from the meat that you're eating and other nutrients or fat or collagen, and the rest has to get pooped out. If you're not pooping, it's because, well, you've developed constipation. And that's a problem, because when you can't poop, you are reabsorbing back into the bloodstream toxins and estrogen. Makes the liver slow down. So if somebody's telling you that you're using up all of your protein, they're lying. Or they're just too naive to realize that's ridiculous. I mean, people just make up stuff these days. Now, constipation. People become constipated because of chronic dehydration. They become constipated because of inflammation within the bowels. They become constipated because of a gut dysbiosis, and this is drawing water away from your colon. And then you could have a gut dysbiosis, an imbalance of bacteria in your small intestine and the top of your large, and be dehydrated, and now you're suffering from very severe symptoms of constipation, or you're not eating enough fat, so fat helps lubricate the pipes. Protein does not, so people are constipated, they're eating too much protein, and they're having a gut dysbiosis, and they're eating mono foods on carnivore, and they're contributing to the gut bacteria imbalance. You can't make this stuff up. Now, a lot of you all also develop a stuck ileocecal valve. This is like a door or a valve in between the large intestine and the small, and it can get stuck quite easily. Stress, inflammation, and enough water not being drawn to that. Now, you could have constipation prior to doing carnivore, and you've stretched out that tube, and so that pipe can't squeeze. But the loose stool comes from typically your body releasing bile. Bile salts, like a release of bile, and you're showing a dysbiotic gut. Again, people are they're getting a lot of different bacteria on food that their body's not used to, and they're trying to get rid of it, because people will start eating raw meats and raw liver and raw foods. And it's not that eating raw is bad, but you got to know where your food's coming from. Like me, I process my own deer. So I knew what it was eating, where the land it was on, and the health of the deer, and I was able to just eat fresh deer meat right there. So when you guys are cutting out fiber and your gut is used to fiber, it's not that you need fiber to poop. You shouldn't need fiber to poop. But if your body's used to drawing water to the colon via fiber, and you have a dysbiotic gut because you're taking in meats from God knows where, you don't know if it's dry aged or wet aged or how many days it's been hung, and you might have a sensitivity to this particular meat that you're eating a lot of now, and you have an imbalance of gut bacteria where you didn't have that before, because you weren't pounding down 2 pounds of ribeyes or ground beef. You can't make this stuff up. So if you have loose stool, or if you have constipation, this is not normal, my people. You have to look at why you are constipated. Like I said, stuck ileocecal valve. A lot of you are chronically constipated prior, because you don't even know that you are, because people don't even know what your poop should look like. And that large intestine is stretched out, and it can't squeeze. for peristalsis. And then when you're not drawing enough water, you don't have enough fat, it gets worse, right? So the laxicity of that muscle, that smooth muscle in the colon wall, it gets worse often on these diets. You have to know what your existing health is before you do a keto or carnivore diet. If you're constipated, you can't get out estrogen. So you become more estrogen dominant. You're wondering why you can't lose weight, right? Or you're creating a gut dysbiosis because you're just eating the same meat all the time. You're not checking where you're sourcing this meat, some of you, or what that animal is foraging on. Really understanding the difference between wet aged and dry aged. So wet aged, they're cutting, processing the meat, and they're putting it into sealed bags. And then dry aging is a lot longer of a process, right? Because they're trying to bring the flavor out. And so they might have that animal hung for up to 28 days. It's just collecting bacteria. And so this is the reason why people might find themselves having diarrhea, right? They may not be getting enough fiber, not to poop, but for the production of diamine oxidase. So their histamine is exploding and the body's trying to get rid of whatever. And also just, bacteria on, just pretty much bacteria on meat. And if you don't know the strength of your gut, or if you have enough stomach acid, because a lot of you guys have low stomach acid, low protease, pepsin, so you have diarrhea because you can't even break down this protein that well because you're eating a lot of it. And then we have people who've got a gallbladder problem, and then of course they're not releasing bile to meet the fat on the meat, or the rendered fat like the tallow or the leaf lard or the whatever. You have a hard time breaking it down and you're having diarrhea. You have to look at your the gallbladder. All right, you guys, this is just a quick video, and I just want to remind you, always click on live when you're watching my videos and you go to my channel. Click on live and you'll see all these videos that I've been doing for the last months as I've gone from California to Texas and now to Tennessee. It's amazing. I got a story to tell and I got a ton of videos, so I need to start putting it together. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. Book a consultation. My calendar is open right now. I also have a course that's $15 a month where I talk about all these little minute things and how we're all different, but how we're similar and what diet is best for you. Is it going to be low carb, high fat? Is it going to be keto omnivore? Is it going to be carnivore? And why? I'm also going to run a challenge where I cover all 3 diets, and I'm putting all the material together right now, which I was researching everything about your booty. I didn't say Djibouti. And so I was like, I'll do a quick video. So, peace. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening or day or year whenever you get this video. And also check me out on Instagram at Stephanie Ketogenic, or my Facebook, which is Stephanie the Business Person. I'm Stephanie Person at 55. This is the mother sucking business. Good Lord. And life is good. Times are going to get weird, but the ones who wake up, we're the ones that are going to live good lives. So pay attention, my people. My people, we have come a long way. It's so pretty. It's so green. There's no mud streaks in the sky. And the land's been cleared off. The babies have their own little feeding stations. And we got water running in the background. There's Juno's feeding station and Thunder's. They're all super happy. Got my Amish shed. Life is good. You're such a good boy. Oh, special donkeys. Donkeys are very special, huh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Juno. What a good boy you are. Donkeys are special, you guys. They're funny looking, but they're very sweet. They're very cuddly. How'd you know? He just follows me around. You're a good boy. So the reason why he's like this is because he was probably coddled a lot as a baby. How'd you know? A good boy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Oh.